They'll stab you, keep more blades than the grass do. Grab you, windpipe crush, cause I have to. Trying to feel like I belong is really just a hassle. Rather see your head go with an anvil, cemetery man, sacrificial swine, standing in the rain, soaking up the game. Once upon a time I used to think that I could change. Can't nobody fix my brain, I'm deranged. Psycho, schizo, going where the wind blow. Itty bitty bimbo, my little bitch a nympho. 2 milligram nigga rip, clocking big dough. Juggalo, kinfolk, smoking on the endo.
15 plus 2, make your skin turn blue. There is nothing you can do if the chapter is after you. That had you hack off half your head, now you looking like a crescent moon. Quick-witted like a ninja, bitch, I got impressive moves. When I stop your heartbeat, it empties your intestines too. Leave your dead ass body in the pool of blood and poop stew. Hell yeah, you deserve to die, you're a fucking douche, dude. If Ouija Mac don't trust your ass, then I'ma have to shoot you.
Psycho, schizo, going where the wind blow. Itty bitty bimbo, my little bitch a nympho. 2 milligram nigga rip, clocking big dough. Juggalo, kinfolk, smoking on the endo.
Hate the Donnie Darko, my brain is a cyclone. Trapped in a revolving door of incessant sorrow. Keep it 10 toes like I'm hanging from a gallows. I ain't nothing motherfucker when I say I'm psycho. Set it a minute, instead of a minute. I'm the synthesis of manly spam, manly tormented, insulate my mind from these insolent thoughts, telling me that I'll never be good enough.
Psycho, schizo, going where the wind blow. Itty bitty bimbo, my little bitch a nympho. 2 milligram nigga rip, clocking big dough. Juggalo, kinfolk, smoking on the endo. Psycho, schizo, going where the wind blow. Itty bitty bimbo, my little bitch a nympho. 2 milligram nigga rip, clocking big dough. Juggalo, kinfolk, smoking on the endo.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm out here. Yeah. I'm out here gambling with my partners. Yeah, we rotten. Vegas made. Nothing ever gonna stop us. Have you forgotten? Even my haters say them boys are grinding. We know for shining. Check out the diamonds. I'll make it rain. Listen up. We here to stay. If you like it or not, it ain't a thing.
Pull up in that Chevrolet, got a Glock in several blades. To the pits of hell, your soul is sent away. Leave you laying spread on red stains. Wear head ass, talking reckless. Disrespect is a death wish. Florida man with my teeth from Texas. Shout out deep town to keep us flexing.
I'm tall as fuck, my pants sagging. Hoes on my bandwagon. Beats close, head to rapping. Fuck fly, I am fashion. I'm street trash and I need a bag. Juggalos, I believe in that. Hit me up if you need a tag. That Reaper coming, I'm leaving fast.
My word is all I got till I'm in the grave and I'm left to rot. Kick flip, got big pop like the 12 gauge just got shot. That be the click, thugged out on that wicked shit. Now you in a predicament in a pool of blood with your wig split.
Man, I'm fed up with the BULLSHIT every day.
All that bullshit don't face me, though. All that bullshit don't face me, though.
Man, I'm fed up with the BULLSHIT every day.
All that bullshit
in that tray flip. Don't get it fucked if I break shit. Thinking that I'm a Satanist. My speaker slamming that 666. Mafia, chicken bone. Now it's on and I'm getting cold. Down in Dallas with the chalice. Rolling blunts and we getting stoned.
I break shit like Fred Durst. My left leg got dead nerves. Fucked up how my head works. You ain't never even met worse. I was born dead with a corrupted soul. Choke the throat with the rubber hose. Getting top in the bungalow. World in my hand like a puppet show.
Bitch, look me in the eyes. Creeper gang until I die. All the lows, all the highs. Know the mine all by my side. Lazy, crazy drip got them pissed. We turning heads, they dizzy quick. These young kids be running shit that had your man in front of them.
I woke up and I left my tomb. Got it by the light of the crescent moon. Junk got me in a pleasant mood, but it's still fucking with your peasant crew. Aggressive moves when I'm pissed off. I heard the slander and shit talk. Look like I'm dancing when you get stomped. Right here, fuck boys don't live long.
Man, I'm fed up with the BULLSHIT every day.
All that bullshit don't face me, no. All that bullshit don't face me, no.
Man, I'm fed up with the BULLSHIT every day.
All that bullshit don't face me, no. All that bullshit don't face me, no.
Yo, what's up? Whoop whoop. It's your boy, Joshua the Murderer, coming to you with another episode of Whoops Up, Whoops Down, the Juggalo Movie Podcast, or whatever the fuck I want to call it. I know it's been a while. I haven't really seen a lot of new movies until this episode where we're going to be talking about Maggie Gyllenhaal's The Bride. Also, I went to a show a couple weeks ago called Love You to Death 3. I'm going to tell you about my experience with that and that show. I'm also going to review this little album right here, this little EP, Inferno, from Ouija Mac and Ache Corpse. And I'm showing off what I got from the mystery box, my latest edition of the mystery box. Oh my God, Tammy Rose. A little star here. Look at that, Tammy Rose. So yeah, let's start off with, I think we should start off with the Juggalo 4 lineup has been announced and it has been shown. Let me see, we're going to remove that. Stop sharing screen. So Juggalo 4 is in a couple weeks and they line up which days are up, and we're going to show the lineup here. All right, share. Boom. All right, we're going to add that to stage. All right. Juggalo Hell 4 it's in 2 weeks. Crazy. So Friday night, it's going to be the Scroll Keeper Academy. That's the kind of the theme of the night. King ISO. You have Darby O'Trill, Clockwork E, Shaggy, The Airhead, Dead Boy M, Dead Boy Man HC, Super Famous Fun Times, and Concrete. I'm super excited for the Friday show because I'm a big Darby O'Trill guy and Shaggy the Airhead, and of course Ouija Mac. I think Friday is definitely going to be fun. And Clockwork E, they always put on a good show, and the crowd, they really feed off the crowd. So like Friday night is a really strong night to see, to come. Even if you've missed the 2 days, 2-day pass, if you can come to Friday, I would think Friday is probably the lineup you don't want to miss. Saturday is the Dark Planet Voyage is the theme. We have Gloom, My Homie Unhappy. Congrats to getting on that. Sun, the Colivance, Bleed, the Wicked Menace, and Auntie Boy, Ricky Hill, and of course Ouija Mac. Saturday, I don't feel is as strong as Friday, but I mean, I've always wanted to see Auntie Boy perform, so I'm pretty psyched about that. And then, of course, I'm always going to be supportive about My Homie Unhappy. So I'm really excited for that alone. But I think out of the 2 nights, Friday is the stronger, funner night for me. That's the one I'm probably going to go the most ham. It's where it's actually fine that Saturday is not as jam-packed a little bit, just because I'm going to lose my voice on Friday. So that's going to be fun. So yeah, that's at the King of Clubs, March 27th, 28th. It's the end of the month. We got, today is the 8th, so we have 20 days. 20 days, or actually 19 days. technically. Let's see here, yeah, 19 days. I'll be there on Thursday, the day before. So anybody of the homies that are coming in from out of town, I will see you on the Thursday. So that is Juggalo Ohio 4, fastly approaching, which is actually pretty cool because before, let me stop sharing my screen right here. We're gonna do that before Juggalo Ohio comes out. We have a new Ouija Mag album coming out. Ouija Mag. Oh man, I'm not finding a good image in that one. Boop. Boop. So I'll just show you the Fago Lovers article for that. I'm gonna add that to the stage there. Boom, boom, boom. So we're gonna add that. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so we're gonna remove this on that screen. We're gonna do. We're going to do this. We're going to do the Fago Lovers. Okay. So, boom, at the stage. So, the new album for Ouija Mag is actually coming out the week before Pyramid of Skulls, which is the latest edition of the Black and the Dark Planet saga. And see, there's the bundles and everything, if you can get the bundles and everything. What's interesting about this one so far is that there is 3 other variants. The purple, yellow, and the red. That's going to have different artwork. Then it's going to have different music on it, different songs. And so I'm going to get all 4, and I'll be doing a review on it once I listen to all 4 and the bonus tracks. I'll be doing a review of that, so peep that out. So yeah, that's March 20th, so that's going to come out very fast. And I haven't listened to much of the stubs on streaming. There's 2 right now, The World Is Hell and Kill 'Em All. I've been purposely holding it back, so I don't listen to streaming anymore to let the album really take a grasp on me. And I find myself, because I haven't listened to the singles like of Pyramid Skulls, of Tipple of it. I didn't listen to the streaming versions of Sucking Church and America's Most Wicked, and it took me a little bit to like really fully understand and grasp the album. So I'm really excited to peep that out. I like Ouija Mag's music. I love, I know the Devereaux beats are going to hit hard. So yeah, I'm excited for that. So that's Juggalo Ohio. That's Ouija Mag news. Let's get this review of this album real quick before I get into the Bride. Inferno it's a Ouija Mag 8 corpse like EP. Like it's only 4 songs. You only get 4 songs on this one. Wicked, Kinfolk, which I played earlier, Pumpanteer, and Molotov Mobbing. It's 4 songs. So I would say that I couldn't get much into this because it's like you're in and out. So I didn't get the feel like the other collabs, like with Sinister and Anamoya. I wish that like there was more to give me more into what 8 Corpse can do. Because at this point, I feel like out of all the new music, this is probably the weakest of the Ouija Mag stuff. But Kinfolk slaps. Like I like that song. I like Molotov Mobbing. Like it's still good stuff. And then Devereaux beats are still hard. I just don't know if I particularly care much for this one as the other ones. And I think just because it's 4 songs, and you can't really give a lot of a good sample size with just 4 songs. So maybe if they do another collab with like a bigger album, I was able to get into it like I got with this into Sinister and Anamoya. But I'm more looking forward to the Shaggy 2 Dope collab album with Ouija Mag. I think that's going to be a lot harder hitting. But check this out. It's only 4 tracks. It's like 10 minutes to listen to this. So it's just like you're in and out, like I said. And I think you're going to have your favorites. I think I bumped this with Nick Bazaar, and he liked Puppeteer a lot. I think because DJ Chunk scratched on that one, and he cut that up. That's pretty good. But I think what makes this a weaker one for me is like I don't know about Eight Corpse for me personally. I don't know if it's for me. I just gotta listen to more of his music to really get into it, maybe enjoy this better. But Ouija's on point again. Devereaux's on point again. I just think that I don't know about Eight Corpse, but that's that review. Come on, you little pest. Okay, all right. So next we're gonna go to The Bride. All right, we're just gonna move quickly through this stuff because, like, I don't have a guest today, and I want to enjoy my week. All right, The Bride. Boop. Boop. All right, we're gonna share my screen on this one. We're gonna see a little bit of the trailer. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, share screen. So The Bride is the new Megan Gyllenhaal film. She written and directed. It stars Jessie Buckley and Christian Bale. It's a film that's set kind of in the 30s. It's in the 30s, so it's kind of has a lot of like a Bonnie and Clyde film or a gangster film, and it has this. It's like The Bride of Frankenstein told in a different way, more of like a feminist version of The Bride. And let me say like this right away. Like, I was excited to see the film. I wouldn't say excited to see the film. Like, I've seen trailers for this in theaters for a while, and it just didn't grab me. But there was a lot of interesting ideas here that I'm like, oh, this could work. Like, I'm watching this trailer, I'm like, oh, these ideas I'm seeing, like, this could work. Like, and I like the look of The Bride right here, and I like Christian Bale. I'm a big Christian Bale fan, and like, oh, Frankenstein, like, that could be cool. And then I'm seeing some of these shots, I'm like, all right, this has potential. I think I like the idea of like, oh, you're doing Bonnie and Clyde with the Frankenstein monsters. I'm like, cool. I could be in for that. I think that's a great idea. I think that could be a fun time. Then I heard rumors that this film was actually shot like 2 years. Actually, this movie was supposed to come out the same year as Poor Things, and Warner Brothers kept it on a shelf for 2 years, 3 years. Like, kept it on a shelf and didn't let anybody show it because they were afraid of the comparisons. And let me tell you, as we watching this trailer, that like, I could not stop thinking about Poor Things when it comes to this movie, and it was hard for me to not compare them. And I'm gonna stop the trailer right here because we're gonna go. I haven't done something like this since the Jurassic World podcast. Check that back out in the archives. It's in the super movie reviews. I haven't really seen movies that I really find frustrating or I didn't like where I go scorch earth on motherfuckers. I don't think I hate it that bad. I think that Jurassic World one, I really hated that movie in the bottom of my heart. It was the worst movie I saw last year. This movie is just a big disappointment because it's a fucking mess. There's so many ideas going on at once. They really don't. There is no cohesive story. There is no plot per se. And I think I had a problem with the movie within 5 minutes. Like, usually, like, I give movies a gimme. I'm like, all right, I give you a gimme to get your story moving, and I'll run with it. The problem is like, I didn't give this movie its gimme because I rejected it. I was just like, I don't like this, and I don't know how this works with what you're trying to do, because like, I don't think you need this necessary thing to tell the story. I think it was just trying to be, especially as the film goes on and Jessie Buckley becomes the bride, and I started not liking the bride. Like, the main character, the bride, I don't like on screen. Like, I find her annoying. She doesn't really do much. I mean, her introduction in the film starts out okay, but then it just keeps gradually getting worse and worse and worse, to the point where I was actually happy when we don't see her for a while and we follow Christian Bale as Frankenstein. You find out that Frankenstein comes to this mad scientist to find a bride because he's ready to fuck. Like, Frankenstein is horny as hell in this movie, and he's looking for a dead person just to fuck. And that's when we're stumbling upon this. She comes back to life, and it kind of like wants to talk about conspiracies and corruption within the police force and how it's working with the mob and blah blah blah. But it just like it gets muddled and confusing to the point where just like there's detective characters that come in here, and there's just I don't get. They're kind of like mirrors of Frankenstein and the Bride, but it's not like working very well. Penelope Cruz and Skarsgård, I'm just like, oh, they're in the movie, and then there's a in the end. One of the detectives gives us this other side of the story that doesn't show. They just tell me, and then if you want to find a way to piss me off, is tell me backstory, and you're just telling me it. I'm not seeing it. You're just telling me it. So how do I know this is true? So yeah, it's like and as the Bride and Frankenstein are on their courtship a little bit, it's kind of sweet, but then it gradually gets worse as well. There's actually a dance sequence in this movie that really made me turn them on the movie, and it made me just like, I don't know if this is like hitting me anymore. Like the imagery is good. I think Maggie Gyllenhaal does a good job with where the camera needs to place is at. I like some of the images. The Bride look is good. Like everything like on paper should work. It's execution, and I think it comes down to the writing. And maybe this movie's about 2 hours long, which if you don't have a plot and I'm sitting for 2 hours trying to connect with somebody, I mean, what are you doing, man? I think like there's probably like 20, 30 minutes probably cut out of the movie. It feels like there's a lot more to this movie that was mixed up, and then they kind of like Frankenstein the monster in the film. I think in the film in itself, it's like a Frankenstein monster. But I really did not enjoy this. I walked out going, wow, Poor Things did this story better. To the point where it's like the Bride's trying to figure out who she is. I don't know if we ever figure out who she actually is. And there's a villain that doesn't get his comeuppance, that she's supposed to get revenge. There's kind of like a feminist revolution going on in the film, and I don't buy it. But there's a lot of good things. The camera work is a good thing. Christian Bale as Frankenstein is really great. I wish he was in a better movie. Jake Gyllenhaal plays this 1930s actor where he does like dancing and music, and he is kind of a deformity as well. So it's kind of like there's something there. There's some there, but there's not there because I think it's either got cut out or Megan Gyllenhaal was just trying too hard to make the film cool and really focus on other things than actual plot points. But I actually do see that this film could have people liking it. It's probably going to be a cult classic down the line because of how the imagery looks and how some of the themes of femininity is in there and feminist ideas. I just don't think it lands. And I wish it was in a better film. And I would argue that Poor Thing is a better film. And that kind of is a Frankenstein monster story too, where the relationship that Frankenstein's not trying to fuck the bride, like in the Poor Things, like Frankenstein created this monster. He's the father, and she's discovering her self identity through this new lens, and then discovers who she was prior to death at the end. Where this one, I can't even tell you. They're supposed to be like folk heroes in them. I just don't buy it, and I don't think you should. I think this is if you were interested in watching The Bride, do not waste your time and don't waste your money. This actually gets a double whoops down. A double whoops down. You should not waste your time on this film. I would recommend here, watch Poor Things, watch Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, watch something else. Jesse Buckley is just bad in the movie. She overacts. It's crazy. She kind of has like a Tourette's kind of thing going on here with what's happened, like because of the first 5 minutes of the film. Just overall, just a sloppy, messy movie that hoping that you just care about the imagery and not care about the plot. And that's what sucks about it. It just sucks that this film had the potential to be great and it got in its way for trying too much and not. Sometimes it's like you got to let some of these things be subtle a little bit, in my opinion. Like, you don't want to force, the revolution and stuff like that you're trying to build. Like, make it a story, build it around the story. But I don't feel like there is no story here, and you shouldn't waste your time. So that is the review. Double whoops down for The Bride. Not worth your time. But if it was on HBO Max and you want to watch it, hey, take a stab at it, because I think Christian Bale's Frankenstein is kind of worth watching. And then when you get to the dance sequence, get the fuck out. Just get the fuck out. Like, it goes downhill from there. Watching this dance sequence where you're just like, why are they doing this thing? And it's Putting on the Ritz is the song that's playing. And I'm just like, the fuck is going on here? And there's many times I'm just sitting here, I'm just like, what are we doing? The hell is going on? And there's a lot of it wants to play on strong, and wants to have strong female characters. So all the men except for Frankenstein are horrible pieces of shit. They don't listen to women. They don't even acknowledge women and their positions and their roles. So there's stuff like that. There's a lot of just shit crammed in here. Like, I don't think needs to be here. Some of those messages are important. I would want strong female characters. I would want The Bride to be a better character or played better. And then it's not. It's a frustrating movie, and I just don't think I am in the position to recommend this to anybody. And that maybe it should have stayed on a shelf. Like, I don't know. But like I said, Christian Bale, good job, man, being a good Frankenstein. But towards the end, you started losing me too. So those down for The Bride. All right. Last thing I wanted to talk about is I went to Love You to Death 3 in St. Louis to see Frankie Goldie, Devereaux, and Unhappy perform, and Larry B was the headliner. And I gotta say, I had a great time at the show, but I had a little adventure getting to the show. So at first, I went to Chicago first to hang out with Nick Bazaar. Hung out with him on Friday, and then on Saturday, I picked up Fro and his girl with Nick Bazaar, and we were going to go down St. Louis from there. And probably even before that, prior to that, before I even left for Chicago, I had a tire issue that I just pumped air, and I thought that would be it. All right, that would be the problem. All right, fix that. Go to Chicago. Fine, no problem there. Didn't see a problem when I was going down to pick up Fro, but then I would say about maybe an hour after I picked up Fro, and we're probably like 2-3 hours away from St. Louis. I just hear I was like, what the fuck is that? I quickly turned over, I pulled over, I looked out, and there is my passenger driver. That same tire that I pumped air for is now completely flat. And credit to Fro. Fro is a homie for this, and I would love you to death, Fro. Thank you. Whoop, whoop. He jumped out of the car with the quickness. We, within like 20 minutes, got the tire off, put a donut on, and continued to St. Louis. Like, we drove the donut all the way to St. Louis, and we weren't even on the side of the road for that long. So thank you, Fro, for doing that. So we went down to St. Louis. We ended up staying at the Queen Casino, right across just like the river of St. Louis. We saw the arches right there. So it was like a nice, beautiful view of that. And then when we quickly went to the show, saw my boy Bobby Blaze was there for Team UJ. Got to chat with him. Got to see Unhappy. We're wearing the same Devereaux shirt. Got to talk to Devereaux a little bit. Frankie, got to talk to Frankie a little bit. It was a fun show. I love going to Juggalo shows, even if it's like really small. It's just nice to see people that you see at the gatherings or stuff like that, or other shows, just able to hang out and just enjoy the music that you love. And it was actually the first time I ever got to talk to Devereaux. And he found out very quickly that I'm super serious when it comes to Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. I was put him on game on that stuff. So it was nice to chat it up with him a little bit. And then Frankie and I are friends, so I got to chat with him a little bit about his time here. And he was talking about how, spending time in St. Louis with Unhappy and everything, because Unhappy's from St. Louis. Got to chat with Rhonda and Unhappy's daughter. Really cool friends with them. I've grown a very close relationship with Unhappy over the years since Gathering 24. So and I've seen him perform a lot. He's an up and comer, and like, I can't wait for that Guard Particle. You hear me, Unhappy? I'm excited for your God Particle album. I think it's going to be the shit, and I know that those Devereaux beats I've heard are the shit. And you know what, Lardy B fucking killed it too. And she's lost a lot of weight, but her energy is still there. And I end up getting a free T-shirt because I was able to name the last 2 songs in her set, because I've actually realized I've seen a lot of Lardy B sets. I think I've seen like 4 now. And she just keeps getting better and better. And I think she's really embraced this culture and really appreciates what we do for her. And I love 23 Cups. The energy on the show is really great. So it was a good in performance. Somebody brought wings and catfish nuggets to the thing. So I was eating some great wings there too. I was having a great time. And then, you know, my homies Waifu Wicked and Dungeon Minch was also there. So I've almost seen them in every show I go to. I see them. That's probably, you know, when I started going to shows again, those are the people I hung out the first time, and then gradually went to hang out with Nick Bazaar and the TMUJ guys. Like every time I go to a show, my friendships grow more and more and more, and I appreciate it. That's why I keep going. So afterwards, we went to fucking Waffle House, which is awesome. And Waifu Wicked was talking about the jukebox and how like they have Waffle House has like a record company. I think Bobby Blaze was talking about it too. And Waifu Wicked was talking about Raisins in My Toast song. It's a Beach Boy parody. And this waitress was just like, I got free credits, and starts playing the fucking song on the speakers. And we were just fucking rocking out, eating good food. And it was just like a really good time to hang out with Jug homies. You know, just when you get those moments, it's just a really good time. And it makes me appreciate the friendships that I built through this music scene, that, you know, I can't thank enough. So Saturday was great. So Sunday was the real adventure, because I had a problem, and that's because I had a donut still on my car. So my plan was, we're going to get up super early. There's a Walmart nearby. We'll buy a fucking tire, call it a day. Well, that's not what happened, folks. First, I got to Walmart, and they were fucking booked, so they couldn't help me. Then I almost bought a tire without a rim, but Fro helped me out, like a homie that he is, was like, dude, you can't do that. So that didn't happen. So then I tried to pump the air into the old tire. Nope, that didn't work. So I had to make a decision. First, we went to Waffle House again. So I had a back-to-back Waffle House, one for dinner and one for breakfast. And I had to think about it. So I decided to drive the donut back to Chicago from St. Louis. And that's what I did. And at first I was super, super like nervous, but that was okay. But then, you know, what really made it that time special go all the way back was bumping like Bang Pow Boom, The Ringmaster. Like we were bumping all classic albums, just front to back singing. On the way there, we were bumping shit like Frankie Goldie's Vegas Winter. Like, it was just great. Like, I've never been in a car full of jugs on a road trip before, where we can just bump like all our albums together and just sing every fucking song, or like fucking. And it was great. The energy was great. Kept me going. So like at first I was nervous about the donut, but at a certain point I was just like, fuck it. We're just going to do it. So once I got to Chicago, when I dropped off Fro and all them, Fro actually hit me up again. He was like, hey, try this tire shop. They should be open on a Sunday. I get down there, bro, I think it took me 20 minutes to get a new tire on there. And I was able to drive home from there. So that was just fucking crazy time, but the trip was so worth it. I had a great time. I have great friends. I appreciate any time I can hang out with Bobby Blaze, Unhappy, Nick Bazaar. Fro is a homie for real, man. Thank you. His girl, you're my homie too. Dungeon, Waifu, Rhonda, just all you guys, and Devereaux. Like, it was worth the trip, and I can't wait for Juggalo Ohio 4. It was kind of like a little sample for me, because I know that some of my homies are not going to be at Juggalo Ohio 4. So that was really nice to spend time with them. So when I was at Love You to Death 3, I did talk to Devereaux, and we were talking about doing an episode of Whoops Up, Whoops Down together. And we decided that we have a date. So if you are a big Dragon Ball Z fan and you are a big Devereaux fan, then on March 18th, so just next Wednesday, not this Wednesday coming up, but next Wednesday, on Saiyan Day is March 18th. Me and Devereaux are going to review two Dragon Ball Z films. Okay, so brush up your old anime, all your old dubs, your old subs. We're going to be watching Dragon Ball Z Cooler, and we're also going to be watching Dragon Ball Z Fusion Reborn. Those are the two Dragon Ball Z films. So if you're a big fan of those, Cooler and Fusion Reborn, we're going to be talking about it. I'll be showing some scenes on here. We're going to talk about dub versus sub. I want to talk about Devereaux's relationship with Dragon Ball, trying to get him back into the fandom, and talk more about Devereaux's in general, about music and stuff like that, and how he got into this culture and how he discovered it and stuff like that, and just show my appreciation. Because if it wasn't for Devereaux, I don't know if the new stuff would hit as hard for me. Like, there was a period where I got lost in the sauce because everything, like, I think the pandemic made me hard to like listen to some music. But Devereaux is the one that really got me into Ouija Mac. And Devereaux led me into Ouija Mac, then led me to Shaggy the Airhead, that led me to Darby. So it's like, oh shit. And then like hearing his music and then like going back and listening to certain ICP songs. And I'm like, fuck, Devereaux like did these songs. And think these songs are dope. Like, I want to talk about the man who makes beats that I love. So mark your calendar, March 18th. We're going to try to pitch around 8 o'clock. I will send a reminder because on March 15th, next Sunday, I'll be going live with the Oscars. I'm filming the Oscars live, so if you want to peep and hang out with me while I watch the Oscars and bitch and complain about what awards are winning like I did last year, peep out. I think that starts at 6 p.m. That's the next episode, is the Oscar review. And then we're going to start trying to get more guests back on the show as, football season's over and the Oscar season's over. And I think my life slows down just a little bit where I can start cranking these out again. Because, 2-3 weeks is not helping the channel grow as much as I want it to be. But that's okay. Life happens and we can only do so much. And I'm not going to pressure myself to do something. And I'm actually also going to start a new project on this channel, working with somebody. So hopefully I'm going to start that here in the coming months. So news coming for that as well. So this show is still growing. I still love doing this. I still love talking to you, even though sometimes I'm talking to the dead air. But whenever you're watching this, listening, do your chores, I appreciate you. I appreciate you showing me love and keeping up with me. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share to anybody, to any homie that wants to talk about movies and stuff like that. Have them send them to this show. That's what we talk about, is movies. I got a big chunk of movie talk yesterday at my partner's party, a department party for our school. So I can chat all day about it. So I'll see you next Sunday when we talk about the Oscars, when we go at live Oscar whole time on a Hulu and ABC. So it's going to be fun to chat with you. Thanks for listening to my rambles and my quick, Bride review. Hope you guys have a good rest of the day. Whoop, whoop. Much clown love. Yeah, I'm in the stream right now. We're quicking out. So I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time on March 15th when we talk about the Oscars. If you don't come there, I'll see you on March 18th when I talk about with Devereaux when we talk about Dragon Ball Z films. So whoop whoop. Exciting things.